Tales of the Empire, the new Dave Filoni series of animated shorts, dropped on May the 4th, and I was going to do a review days ago, but I just didn't get around to it. I had other things going on, so today I'm going to give you my thoughts on Star Wars Tales of the Empire. First of all, I loved Tales of the Jedi. I loved Tales of the Jedi because it was a great, a great sort of addendum, a great guide to the Star Wars universe, and I loved how it gave us context for characters like Ahsoka and like Count Dooku, and I found those episodes to be the most interesting ones. Tales of the Empire tries to do the same thing, except it's focusing more on the dark side. Tales of the Jedi was the light side, even though it involved some characters going dark. This show focused more on the dark side, and once again, it's a show that Dave Filoni was the supervisor over. It's sort of his little pet series, and it's easy to watch. I mean, each episode is like 10, 15 minutes long. Not very long. They're just shorts that give a bit more context. So I watched all 6 episodes on May the 4th, and unlike Tales of the Jedi, Tales of the Empire just did not connect with me. They focused a lot on the story of Morgan Elsbeth. If you've seen Ahsoka and some Mandalorian episodes from Season 2, you've already become familiar with the Night Sisters of Dathomir. They were also featured in some episodes of the Clone Wars. This is basically, and the first few episodes are during the Clone Wars. Well, the first episode is. Then it kind of skips ahead to the era of the Empire. But they focus on Morgan Elsbeth, and it goes into kind of, it's sort of like her origin story. How she wound up meeting Thrawn, what happened when General Grievous showed up and damn near slaughtered all of them. And that's kind of what set Morgan on her path. And then it continues with how Morgan met Grand Admiral Thrawn, which of course would be the big story in the Ahsoka show, and that's not even over yet. I mean, that's still ongoing. There's still the story that hasn't been fully told there. And then the third episode takes place after the Empire, during the era of the New Republic, before the sequel trilogy, but after Return of the Jedi. And so those are like the focus of the first 3 episodes. Now, the last 3 episodes they switch their focus to Jedi Barriss Offee. Barriss was a traitor to the Jedi and would eventually become an Inquisitor, and so this story focuses on, again, it's the origin story of what the Barriss character would become as an Inquisitor, and we do see Darth Vader. However, it was at the very end of the episode, and I was disappointed because I wanted more Vader. I remember reading that James Earl Jones is no longer voicing Vader, but he's recorded enough lines to where I guess they have an AI program that can mimic him. This is something that he himself, I think, wanted. I don't think it's a thing where Lucasfilm is like, trying to like get out of paying him by using AI, and that the whole, that whole like strike that happened. I don't think that's the case based on what I read. I believe that he's very old. I mean, James Earl Jones is in his 90s. He could go at any time, and it's going to be a sad day when he does pass away. But nevertheless, he passed on his voice, and it's going to be, I don't know, it's tough to mimic Vader right the way James Earl Jones did it. Hopefully the AI will do it. So the story continues, Barriss' story continues all the way until the final episode, which is basically after she leaves the Inquisitors, and she sort of becomes this like shaman, I guess you could say, using the Force to create miracles, and they sort of tease turning to the light side. That is something that I definitely did appreciate, and I like that story kind of went the other way. It's kind of like Dave Filoni's answer to what Kylo Ren was supposed to be. Somebody who's dark, who's being, haunted or seduced by the light. It's kind of a similar idea. The issue with Tales from the Empire, if I'm being honest with you, is it's not that the show's poorly produced or the voice acting is bad. It just did not connect with me. I haven't checked to see what the response has been for this show. I haven't looked at any reviewers or anything, but the show just did not connect with me. these characters, Morgan and Barriss, while they work for within the body of another show, when they become the focus, I'm just not that interested. I'm not really that interested in these two characters. And I felt like what we saw in Tales of the Jedi, which again, was more of the Ahsoka wank fest that Dave Filoni likes to throw out there, but the Count Dooku stuff I thought was solid. I really enjoyed that. Here, none of these episodes I thought were really all that memorable. I thought they were fine, but it really felt like they could have done more with this. It truly felt like it was missing something. And I do think that it's because, like I said, the character of Morgan and Barriss just aren't that interesting to me. Where they go next with the series, I hope they do more of these. Like, just because these episodes did not connect with me does not mean that I want the series to go away, because I kind of like these little 10-minute bite-sized Star Wars shorts. Like, they're a lot of fun. They're easy to get through. And I hope we get more Tales from the Jedi and Tales of the Empire. I keep saying from, like Tales from the Crypt. No, Tales of the Jedi and Tales of the Empire. I hope we do get more of them, and they focus on other characters, and either they be interesting characters or make the story more interesting. It was surprising to see Grievous back, I will say that. And I had a feeling we were going to see Thrawn, so that stuff didn't surprise me. But I still feel like this left much to be desired, in my opinion, and I felt like they could do better. Anyways, that's my review of Tales of the Empire. I guess if you're a Star Wars fan, they're 10-minute long shorts. You can watch them, but I don't think you're going to get that much from them. I don't know how much more they're going to focus on Barriss and Morgan in the future. Like, if they do have a bigger role to play in Ahsoka, maybe these will go up in value, for lack of a better term. Maybe they'll become more important if they're written to be more important. I don't know. I don't know what else they're going to do with these characters, but we'll see. Ultimately, it just did not connect with me the way that Tales of the Jedi did, and that's just me. So let me know what you thought in the comments. Subscribe if you are new. Take care.